Imagine a machine, a predator of the skies that defies the very laws of physics we take for granted. It rears up in midair, its nose pointed straight at the sky, yet it continues to move forward. This is the fabled Pugachev's Cobra maneuver. It did not spring into existence overnight. Decades of refinement trace its lineage back to the Su-35 flanker. The original flanker was already formidable, built to counter the F-15 Eagle. The Su-35 takes that DNA and supercharges it, a deep, extensive modernization. Think of it as a classic muscle car being rebuilt with a modern Formula One engine, a cutting-edge computer brain, and a suite of sensors that can see for miles. A plane built to dominate through sheer performance and presence. Why does it matter on November 4th, 2025? Because it represents a different philosophy of air combat. While the US poured trillions into stealth technology, Russia perfected the visible, hyper-agile brawler. The Su-35 is a counterpoint to the F-35 and F-22, designed to get into a turning, high-G fight and win. At the heart of the Su-35's mystique are its engines. The aircraft is powered by a pair of Saturn AL-41F1S afterburning turbofan engines. These are not just any jet engines. They are immensely powerful. Each generates a staggering amount of thrust. More importantly, they are equipped with three-dimensional thrust vectoring nozzles. This is the secret sauce. The nozzles at the back can swivel independently, directing massive thrust in different directions. This lets the pilot push the aircraft's nose around. This also lets the pilot push the aircraft's tail around. All of this happens separate from the control surfaces on the wings, and separate from the control surfaces on the tail. It is what enables those physics-bending post-stall maneuvers. This capability, super maneuverability, is a game-changer in a close-range visual dogfight. And Su-35 pilot can perform incredibly tight turns. They can rapidly change the direction the aircraft is pointing. That move is called nose-pointing authority. It lets the pilot aim the aircraft's weapons even when the jet isn't flying straight at the target. Imagine being in a chase, and the aircraft you are pursuing suddenly stops, flips around to face you, locks its weapons on you, and slides backward through the air. That's the tactical problem the Su-35 poses to an opponent within visual range. The airframe is a masterclass in aerodynamic design, refined from the Su-27. The Su-35 has no canards. Canards are the small forewings you see on the Su-30. Instead, flight control and thrust vectoring provide stability and agility. The result is a cleaner, more aerodynamically efficient design. The aircraft is large, a wingspan over 15 meters. It can carry a massive internal fuel load. That gives an impressive combat range of about 1,600 kilometers without refueling. It can patrol vast areas or strike deep into enemy territory. An agile airframe is useless if it cannot find its enemy. The Su-35 addresses this with a formidable suite of avionics and sensors. The centerpiece is the Urbis-E, passive electronically scanned array PZ radar. This is a very powerful radar system. It is credited with the ability to detect a typical fighter-sized target from distances approaching 400 kilometers. The Urbis-E can track up to 30 airborne targets and engage up to 8 of them simultaneously. Its massive detection range means an Su-35 pilot can see the enemy long before the enemy sees them, a critical advantage in modern air combat. However, the Su-35 does not rely on its radar alone. It has a secret weapon for hunting stealth aircraft, the OLS-35 Infrared Search and Track IRST system. This system is housed in a glass dome just in front of the cockpit. It is essentially a powerful thermal camera that scans the sky for the heat signatures of other aircraft. Unlike radar, it is a passive sensor. It does not emit any energy. This means an Su-35 can search for track and even engage targets without ever turning on its radar, giving away its own position. This is a key counter to stealth, as even low observable aircraft generate a significant heat signature from their engines. Situational awareness is further enhanced by a comprehensive electronic warfare EW suite. The Su-35 is equipped with the L-175M Kabini M system. This advanced package includes radar warning receivers that can detect when the aircraft is being targeted. It also has powerful jammers designed to blind and confuse enemy radars and incoming radar-guided missiles. In a sense, the Kabini system provides an electronic cloak of invisibility, disrupting the enemy's ability to get a clean weapons lock. This defensive capability is just as important as the offensive power of its radar and missiles. All of this information, from the radar, the IRST, the EW suite, is fused together and presented to the pilot on two large, full-color liquid crystal displays in the glass cockpit. This setup gives the pilot a clear, intuitive picture of the battle space around them. They can see where friendly and enemy forces are, what threats are targeting them, and the status of their own systems and weapons. This high degree of data fusion reduces the pilot's workload and allows them to make faster, better decisions in the heat of combat. It is the digital brain that harnesses the aircraft's physical brawn. A fighter jet is ultimately a weapons platform. The Su-35 excels in this role, boasting 12 hardpoints under its wings and fuselage, capable of carrying a massive payload of up to 8,000 kilograms. This allows it to be configured for a wide variety of missions: air superiority, ground attack. Its versatility is one of its greatest strengths. The Su-35 can go hunting for enemy fighters on one mission and then be rearmed to strike ground targets on the next. This flexibility makes it a valuable asset for any air force. It is not just a one-trick pony built for air shows. It is a workhorse designed for war. For air-to-air combat, its primary mission, the Su-35 carries a deadly mix of missiles. For beyond visual range engagements, its main weapon is the Vimpel R-77-1, known by NATO as the AA-12 Adder. This is an active radar-guided missile, often compared to the American AMRAAM. For long-range shots, it can also employ the R-37M, the AA-13 Axehead, a massive missile designed to take out high-value assets like AWACS and tanker aircraft from extreme distances. In a close-in dogfight, the Su-35's weapon of choice is the Vimpel R-73, the AA-11 Archer. This is a highly agile, heat-seeking missile renowned for its wide field of view and its ability to be cued by the pilot's helmet-mounted sight. The pilot simply has to look at a target to lock the missile onto it. When paired with the Su-35's super maneuverability, this combination is exceptionally lethal. The pilot can use the jet's agility to point the nose at an opponent for just a split second, long enough to get a lock and fire an R-73, a tactic known as high off-bore sight engagement. The Flanker E is not just a fighter, it is also